Good morning, YouTube fam. I am here to give you guys an update on how the mini cut's going. Just sipping a delicious, freshly brewed, as you saw, cup of Pachamama. Added a little bit of ritual in there, and it's so delicious. I like starting my morning with this. I also have been drinking this at night too, when I'm feeling a little bit hungry, but I'm out of macros. This really just like soothes me over and does the trick. I am going to give you guys a discount code if you do want to try out Ritual or any of the Provitum products. That will be CARA10 you can use for the discount code. All right, so for today's video, we've got a lot that I'm going to cover. So we're going to go through my Physique update. I believe we're in week 5 now, actually, and this is my final Physique update on this mini cut prior to going to Canada, which I mentioned in last week's update. If you guys haven't been following, I've been doing this little mini cut and just decided to do this to feel a little bit better about myself, not only going into summertime, but I am going to the pop-up shop that's going to be in Edmonton, Canada. So if you missed that and you're local and you guys want to stop by and see me, I'm going to be there and I would love to meet you. It's going to be a really fun time. I'm super excited about that. Anyways, I've been doing this mini cut and I am just like slow and steady wins the race is kind of, I think, what's going on here, which is totally fine because as I kind of reassess things before I hop on camera to give you guys my updates, I like to think about what's been going on during this time frame. And honestly, I had said to you, this is a mini cut, I can be more aggressive. I really haven't been that aggressive, gonna be honest. I haven't made a lot of changes in terms of what I'm doing differently. The only major change was switching to lifting day versus non-lifting day macros and adding in a session of HIIT cardio, which I despise HIIT cardio, but I definitely see the benefit of doing that. You're gonna see some comparison video shots of my physique this morning compared to week 1. I think I'm just really critical on myself because I feel like I don't see a lot of changes. I don't see a lot of changes on the scale, but I feel changes, if that makes sense, you guys. Oftentimes, that's just how it works. You may feel the changes before you see things change on the scale. Now, why would that be? Oftentimes, it's body recompositioning. Your body is changing, so maybe you are losing fat and maybe just things are shaping out a little bit differently. It doesn't always reflect on the scale right away. I've seen clients that have amazing progress. Their bodies look crazy different, and their weight loss change on the scale is like 2 pounds in 8 weeks. So you just can't let the scale make you mental. I know a few people have commented that on these videos, like, why are you stressing yourself, weighing yourself every day? I wouldn't be doing it every day if it really was a true stressor on me where it was making me mental. Sure, I might vent that the scale sucks, but I'm a realist and I understand how these things work. So looking at my overall weekly average, I think I'm kind of looking about the same for my weekly average weights, but part of that I believe is this week my weight shot up when I started Shark Week and stayed up a couple days and then it started dropping back down. So I really feel like I'm going to see some new low weigh-ins next week because I do feel leaner. But hormones, they do impact things, you guys, and they shift your weight a bit. You can retain a bit more fluid and all that kind of stuff. So not a huge deal, but I am happy with how things have gone so far. 5 weeks, I feel like I've probably truly lost 1 full pound of body fat, I would say. And I know a lot of people would be disappointed in that, but I think a lot of people are unrealistic with what changes they're going to see based on the work they're putting in and based on what I've been doing, which versus going super extreme, it's been more about Kara being consistent, which is really hard for her. I'm proud of what I've seen so far and what I've done so far. In regards to the gym, last week's deload week was huge for me. And then going into this week, I just felt so much better with training. Like this, I would say, is the best week I've had, hands down. And sometimes it just takes a bit to get in your flow. But oftentimes, 5 to 6 weeks, people are either feeling frustrated with not seeing enough progress, so they revert back to old ways, or you have to keep pushing through. And this week I just really kept pushing through. I felt strong during my lifts. I felt good during my cardio sessions. I just felt really like amped up during this past week. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it's because I am going to Canada next week, but I just felt really good, and I feel really positive about the changes that are going to keep happening. And as I mentioned, I am happy with my physique where it's at right now, but I'm excited to see what other changes I can make. I'd really like to continue to lean out my thighs a little bit more, my triceps, and my lower stomach. So workouts right now are 5 days a week lifts. I'm doing 3 days of steady state cardio for about 40 minutes and then 1 HIIT session for 20 minutes. And that's pretty much everything. I'm not sure yet if I'm going to change anything. I think I'm just going to keep the intake really, really simple and basic, especially prior to flying. I'm probably going to have a really long flight over to Canada, so probably going to keep things a little bit lower for travel day and keep my hydration up, because I really don't want to feel like really bloated and gross when I get there, which tends to happen when you travel. But yeah, I think that's the update for now, and stay tuned for the rest of the video. We're going to go through some of the foods that I eat on a lower carb day, and if you guys are interested, I did do my own haul of Buff Bunny. There was some stuff I wanted to purchase with my own money from this last launch, so I actually got a pretty big order that shipped this week, so we're going to add that in the video as well. I'm going to try it on and share with you guys what I bought, so stay tuned and enjoy the rest of the video. All right, guys, I finished up my cardio that I had scheduled for today, and today is a rest day for me, so that just means I'm not training. I didn't do any lifting today, and for me, I've been doing on my non-training days a lower carb day. That sometimes can assist in a cut by just lowering the calories on a day when your caloric need likely isn't as high. So I'm going to take you through some of my meals today. I'm not sure if I'm taking you through all of them, but just want to give you some tips and how I go about managing lower carb day. So I do want to clarify, carbs are not bad. Please do not mistake me that I'm scared of carbs, that I hate carbs. Your girl loves her carbs and loves eating them. But for anyone, I don't care who you are, if you're trying to lose weight, if you're trying to see results, carbs are oftentimes where you're going to cut from. I usually keep protein the same throughout a cut, sometimes maybe even raise it depending on the situation, but protein is usually stable. So all that's left there is carbs and fat to work with. So yeah, that's just my spiel on that. I just want to be clear that I do love me some carbs, but it's going to be a lower carb day. So for breakfast, I typically try to start out with something that is a little bit lower carb, obviously, but also is still filling for me. I want to start out with something that's really satisfying from the start. So I find like eggs are just really satisfying for me. I don't eat them during the work week that often because I just like to eat them fresh. So what I've got here is a plate of just the liquid egg beaters. I do that during a cut just because it saves on fat, even though whole eggs are excellent sources of nutrition. It's what works for me. So I've got a bunch of egg beaters. I do have a little bit of this sun-dried tomato basil goat cheese sprinkled in there to add a little more fat. And then I love, love, love this salsa from Aldi. It's a mango habanero salsa. Habanero. And it says it's hot. I don't find it that hot, so I think you're good to go in that department. So those are my eggs, and then I'm having it with a big hunker of avocado that I topped with the everything seasoning I got from Walmart, and then a side of fresh berries. So this kind of balances it out to a relatively higher protein, higher fat, lower carb meal distribution. And I think it's really important too is to focus on foods on a day like this, or when you're lowering your calories, your carbs in general, still focusing on foods that you enjoy. I'm just someone who, I don't want to have to eat food. I don't want to have to eat tilapia and asparagus. Like, I want to eat foods I enjoy regardless of a cutting phase or not. So find foods that you enjoy, that work for you, and also satisfy you. So you do have to put a little pre-planning into that, a little bit of thought to make sure things kind of work for you in terms of how you're going to feel with fullness and energy, mood, etc. So I'm going to sit down, enjoy this meal. I'm also going to have with it just this apple cider vinegar all natural drink. No, you don't have to consume apple cider vinegar to lose weight. However, I do find when I drink it, I've noticed benefits in terms of my allergies and sinuses. So that's just my little spiel on that. But I'm gonna drink this, and since I'm having my first meal, I'm gonna take my regulator, my per vitamin regulator. I take 3 of these with the first meal of the day. This is a probiotic for those of you that don't know. I usually take this before my meal, but I forgot this morning. But I take 3. You can spread it out if you want, but this definitely helps keep me regular. That's why it's called Regulator. And it's just good for replenishing your gut bacteria and making sure you have a healthy supply of gut bacteria in your gut microbiome, because there are new studies linked to your gut microbiome and weight loss and weight management. So it's really, really interesting stuff. So everyone really should be taking a probiotic, hands down, no excuses. And then I've also been taking Cumin. This is a turmeric complex. This is a very potent complex, and it's very bioavailable in your body. Honestly, this is promoted for like bone and joint health, anti-aging, which is excellent. I honestly have been taking this more so for just a reduction in inflammation. I've been playing around with a few different things to assist with issues with acne. So I wanted to target my acne from an anti-inflammatory approach, and that's what I've been doing. And when I ran out of this, I started having breakouts. So it's always hard for me to tease out exactly what's working and not working. But I think this is part of what's assisting me. So, all right, I'm gonna jam on my breakfast now that it's probably cold, and I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm gonna eat it slow. That's another tip for you guys. I'm full of tips. Holy schmoly, Batman. Bruce looked at me when I said that. Take your time when you eat your food. If you're dieting, your calories are down, you're not eating as much, take the time to sit there and enjoy your food. Don't be on your cell phone, don't be watching TV, don't be doing anything else but sitting there and taking the time to eat your food and really just enjoy it. Just have that mindful eating approach. Lunchtime, bitches. All right, guys, next thing I'm gonna have is my go-to meal right now. This is just a staple in my diet, and it's great because it's not super high carb. It's very filling, and it satisfies me for hours. So when you know you have a meal that works for you like that, it's great to implement it on lower calorie, lower carb days. That way it just sets you up for better success to have good energy throughout the day. You guys are probably sick of seeing this meal because I feel like I've shared it a bajillion times, but it's just my favorite, and it should be your favorite too. I have a 4-ounce turkey burger here that was cooked in the air fryer. And don't you dare comment below how do you cook those in the air fryer. Go watch the video, few-ish videos back. I did a physique update along with how to cook these guys in the air fryer, so you can go see that there. And then I have with it a serving of the cauliflower gnocchi. Gnocchi's an Italian pasta. These are not low carb necessarily. It's 22 carbs in a serving. It's a combination of cauliflower and potato starch, I believe. But they're just my favorite. They're so freaking delicious. Again, cooked in the air fryer. They're like a little bites of heaven. I don't know. They're just my favorite. I love eating them. And then I have here a huge honking portion. I don't know about how much. It's just half a bag of shaved Brussels sprouts. They digest better for me. I don't get any bloating with them, and they fill me up having a big size portion. So maybe you don't want to eat Brussels sprouts, but looking at my plate, this is what I recommend you do. Fill up half your plate or a big portion of your plate, all vegetables, you guys, fruits and vegetables, put that in there. That's just gonna fill you up. It's kind of an easy, idiot-proof way of doing it without having to track or anything else. Just take a look at how your plate looks in terms of portions and how it's divided up. So I've got 1/4 of it is my protein, Quarter of it is my starch, and I am getting a little bit of veg there as well. And then the rest of the plate is all vegetables. And then I did top it with some coconut oil to get a little bit of fats in there. That way it fills me up for a good amount of time. So this is just my favorite meal. I love it so much. Yeah, I'm really passionate about this meal, if you couldn't tell. I'm a foodie, I'm weird. But for toppings, I am gonna add a little pink salt on the gnocchi, whatever it's called. That's all I do with it. I don't cook it in any oil. I spray it plain sea salt on it, and I just eat those little guys. And then I am gonna add a little bit of Dinosaur barbecue sauce to my turkey burger. I like this barbecue sauce because, well, it's a local here in Syracuse. I think you can find it a lot of places though, but in terms of it being a barbecue sauce, it doesn't have a lot of added sugar to it. So there's only 6 grams of sugar in a serving, which is actually really great for a barbecue sauce. So you do have to count your condiments to a degree if you are tracking and trying to really, you know, cut things down. That's one area to assess if you feel like you're not seeing progress. Well, if you're adding 1/4 cup of Sweet Baby Ray's to each and every meal, there's gonna be some calories and some sugars up in there. So you need to kind of be mindful of everything you're consuming. Condiments, beverages, you name it. If it's going in your mouth, track it. Do with that statement what you will. All right, guys, I wanted to show you what I bought with my own personal money from the Buff Bunny launch that just occurred. I know I might seem crazy that I get sent all this free stuff and then I go back in and I buy stuff, but there was so many pieces that launched. There was a couple items that I just loved. I wanted more colors in, and then the Marvel collection came back out and I didn't have any of those pieces, so I just felt like I needed stuff. So I thought I'd share with you. I did end up spending $298. Sorry, not sorry. Okay, so starting with the Cross My Heart top, I had received it in the color Stone. I told you guys, I wasn't kidding. It was my favorite top ever. I needed it in every color, and that's what I did. So I grabbed it in the Salsa color, and I wear this top in a size small. And I just think it's friggin' stunning. I probably won't wear it to the gym because I think it's so beautiful, but I think it looks great like just with high-waisted leggings or with jeans. I feel like I can rock this. So, and I also just love this salsa color, and Jason says red looks good on me. So that was my gateway to buying it. So I grabbed it in the salsa color. And before we get into more of this, I do want to thank all of you who have used my link or used the code Kara. I know it got a little confusing because on the website it was the option in the discount box to put it. So some of you were like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know. It's totally fine. I thank you guys so much for, I know Buff Bunny Collection has a lot of affiliates. There's a lot of people promoting the brand, and I'm just over here in little Syracuse, New York, and it just really means the world to me when you guys choose to shop through my link or use my code, because it gives me credit. Yes, I earn commission, but to me, like, as stupid as this sounds, like, I feel like it shows Heidi, it shows the Buff Bunny Collection team that, like, I'm over here doing a good job, like, trying to promote the brand. So, and I also believe that you guys love all the pieces you will get. So anyways, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And there is still stuff available. The launch was ginormous. So if you want to hop back over and see what's available, my link is in the description box for you guys to scoot over and check it out. Moving on, I'm going to try not to slap my dog in the face anymore with these tags. I also grabbed the Cross My Heart top in black because black is life, and so is this top. It's stunning. Love it, love it, love it. So now I have every color in that top. It's fine, everything's fine. The other repeat I got was the long sleeve Knotty top. This material is like nothing else. I had received it in black, so of course I needed it in white so that I can get makeup and spray tan all over it. But you still need a white long sleeve crop top in your collection, am I right? So we grabbed that. One thing I grabbed, which actually I did share in my launch, was the Luna leggings. She restocked those in a few different colors, and I actually do not have, I have 3,000 pairs of Luna leggings, but I don't have a pair in black. So I grabbed those in the black, which are one of my favorite pants because they've got the pocket. I may actually wear these traveling to Canada yet. I don't know, I haven't decided what I'm gonna wear to Canada yet, but these might be my pants. That way I can stick my cell phone in my pocket. But seriously, the black Luna leggings with the red salsa crop top, so good together. Looks so good. Okay, so that was that. I also grabbed one of the caged bras. I have one in white somewhere, but I wanted to grab one in black. So we grabbed that in black. I really love these sports bras. They have really good support and I just love the detailing. And then the back is actually covered up a little bit. So I don't know, it makes it really supportive and I really like it. For the showstopper though, you guys, I didn't get any of the marble pieces with the exception of the marble crop top that had the built-in sports bra, but I didn't get any of the pants. And you guys have been asking me how the pants felt. Like a lot of times you guys asked me to compare them to the marble and I haven't worn the marble. So I felt like this purchase, I owed it to you guys. You know what I'm saying? Like this was more for you than it was for me, okay? I did this for you. You're welcome. But I grabbed myself a pair of the marble leggings that I have been eyeing and I just still haven't purchased. I got these in a size small as well. They're so pretty. They have the pocket on the side, which I'm all about. And then the mesh detailing in the calf, I love that. It's so sick. This material is so buttery, soft, and smooth. The material on these is similar to the Eclipse leggings and the camo print that just launched. That really buttery, silky, smooth combination of polyester and spandex. And I threw these on this week and I was feeling myself. Something about the fit of these, they just were super flattering, did not give me any kind of camel toe. They also were squat proof too. I did wear a seamless underwear under these. They were squat proof. And I grabbed the Katarina Bra, I believe it is. It does have the insertable bra pads, but it's really cute. It comes up like really high in the front and then shows this open back, which I like because I like my back a lot. I grabbed this in an extra small, which I normally don't, but I am really tiny with the ladies up top, so I just grabbed it in an extra small. And this outfit together with the white long sleeve Knotty top looks so fresh. Loved it. I had an epic workout because I just felt like so sick in my outfit, as you know, douchey as that might be. But that was my full Buff Bunny haul. So I am just swimming in Buff Bunny. I loved everything I got. If you guys did shop, tag me on Instagram. If you post your pics and your outfits, please tag me in that. I love reposting it and also seeing what you guys got from the launch. Alright guys, so I'm going to make up my last meal of the night, which is very, very routine for me, so you guys have probably seen it before. It is my per Vitam vegan brownie bowl that I don't make vegan because I actually add chocolate chips and whipped cream to it, but that's fine. So I'm going to make this up right now for my last meal. I really enjoy this as my last meal just because it's, I don't know, it's sweet, number one, but it's got a good amount of protein in it, so I feel like it really fills me up at the end of the night, and that's really what I need because you ever get to that point where it's like the end of the night and you want to just keep eating? Like sometimes it's just hard to shut it off, you know, especially if you didn't eat enough during the day. So it's, you know, really good to make sure you have meals that make you feel nice and satisfied. And so for me, this just does the trick, and it tastes like a brownie, so you can't go wrong. I like to do 1.5 scoops of the protein. You guys probably know the drill. I do a little bit of baking powder, scoop of special dark cocoa, and I'm gonna add some cashew milk to it as well. Not sure if I already mentioned this, but this video was not a full day of eating, so I just kind of want to put that out there so people don't think this is all I ate today. But in terms of other tips I wanted to give you guys when you are doing like a lower carb day, or like if you're just doing a couple lower calorie days throughout the week to try to lose weight, one thing I like to do is plan that lower carb day or that lower calorie day, what have you, on days where I'm busier, because it's obviously going to be easier to avoid not eating as much if you're busy all day, right? And for a lot of us too, we can struggle with just not being in tune with our hunger cues, or eating for emotional reasons, for stress, things like that. And the weekend for me is always pretty simple, because I feel like even though weekends are very busy, because Jason and I do our other side jobs and side hustles, it's not stressful to me. So it's just easier for me to, I don't know, manage my eating on the weekends, whereas sometimes I'll be honest, during the work week, that's what can totally trip me up and throw me for a loop, where I might want to eat more than I normally would, or I might just not give any fucks because I'm stressed and I just want to like eat some candy or something. Like, that's just real life. That happens to any of us, you guys. So I don't know, that's one thing that can help you, is like finding a day or really identifying your schedule for the week and what's realistic for you guys. That helps me out. The other thing I do too on a day when I'm doing more lower carb, there's my brownie bowl going in for 50 seconds. Steamy. So the other and last tip I wanted to give you guys too is just paying more attention to not just what foods you're eating throughout the day, but the micronutrients as well. It's really important for me when I am cutting down to not lose sight of making healthy decisions. I've done preps before where, like, when my macros would get cut low, I would not want to eat any fruits and vegetables, because this is horrible, but I wouldn't want to waste my carbs on fruits and vegetables. I'd want to eat just oatmeal and potatoes and rice, and that's it. And then I would really be lacking in a lot of fruits and vegetables, and it would really leave me very unsatisfied at the end of the day. I wouldn't have as much energy. All of those micronutrients really play into your total body and how you feel and how you look. So something I've been so much better about is just paying attention to the actual quality of my diet, especially when you're cutting on a lower calorie day, really making sure you guys are hitting your fiber goals. And is that something you're paying attention to? If it's not, if you can't answer to me right now what your average fiber intake is, then it's time to take a look at that in your diet. If you're not sure if you're getting in enough, you know, of your basic nutrients, if you're not getting in those micros, if you're not getting in things like calcium, vitamin C, iron, vitamin A, take a look at that, or ask someone to help you find a way to take a look at that. You can get some of that information from the fitness apps, things like MyFitnessPal and different trackers like that can give you information. But remember, the information in there is only as good as the information that you put into it. And what I mean by that is just making sure the foods you're selecting have accurate nutritional data? Is it data or data? Anyways, I'm kind of a foodie nutrition dork like that, so I always pay attention. Like, if a food doesn't have the right fiber listed, like, I make sure I get the right nutritionals, or I scan my food. Yeah, maybe that seems like a bit meticulous, but those things are important when you're trying to learn more about your diet and your own body, and they do make the process easier when you're cutting. So I'm gonna munch on my brownie bowl, hop on the couch as I normally do on a Sunday night, and I hope you guys had a fabulous weekend. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and enjoyed hanging out with me. When you guys see this, I may be in Canada, or maybe not. No, I won't. I won't be there yet. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to hit the like button and make sure you are subscribed. If you did make it all the way to the end and you're not subscribed, that's just craziness. So hit that subscribe button, make sure you hit those post notifications as well, and I'll see you in the next one.